Welcome, everybody, to Sunday morning. This is episode 7 of The Professionals. Episode 2, Danny says. Danny, we've done certainly more than
I'm
2
saying
episodes.
peace, love, and happiness.
Oh, okay. All right. Episode
2 fingers.
Episode 7 of The Professionals. Our scum and villainy actual play. Last week, we had a humdinger of a job. It was probably my favorite job that we have had so far. Lots of complications. Some people took some trauma. Before we get into that, though, I have to ask, do you want the normal question, the unhinged question, or a funny story that happened to me the other day?
Oh, depends on how funny the story is.
Well,
is the story funnier than the questions will be?
Oh,
the funny
it really depends on us.
It depends on you. I think it was a funny story. It's kind of short, though.
So can you ask the unhinged question and say the funny story?
No, ask the unhinged question first. We'll cook, and you tell us the story.
Okay, all right. I love that. Here's the question: what would it take for me to convince you to get a tattoo of my face over your face?
Oh, it was not a lot, and then a whole fucking lot.
All right,
every word after tattoo, kept exponentially raising the bar.
Oh, I'm cooking.
I just went Super Saiyan 3 with that question.
So the other day, this is an older apartment, so there are bugs. They're usually just like silverfish or something. I get up, kill it, throw it away, whatever. So I'm used to there being bugs in here. I'm sitting on my bed watching TV the other day, and out of the corner of my eye, I see movement. I'm like, oh, all right, damn, there's a bug. So I look closer. It is not a bug. It is a mouse. Huh. And I freaked out because I'm like, how did a mouse get in my apartment? And it scurried under my closet door, and I'm standing there freaking out. I'm like, all right, what do I do? I can't just murder a mouse in my apartment. So I'm looking around, and I grab Tupperware. Well, I could. It is an option to
it's okay. You don't have
it is
to,
an option to murder the
something.
mouse. It was more of a I don't think I have the constitution to just in ice cold murder just kill this mouse for just accidentally finding itself in
murder was your dump.
It's technically more of a dex check, but yeah.
Sure. So I was like, okay, and I grabbed a big Tupperware that I have and spent the next 10 minutes trying to toss this Tupperware on top of the mouse to trap it. And I would miss. It would go back under my closet door. At some point, it went behind my TV shelf, and I'm like, I've lost it now. It's there forever, and it'll find itself in my bed tonight. But it came back out, and I eventually got it. And I'm like, what do I do now? So I did the tried and true method of sticking a piece of paper, under the thing. And that was also harrowing too, because I got to lift it up a little bit. Mouses are quick and tiny, so I'm like, it's going to get out. But I eventually got a piece of paper under this Tupperware and took it outside and walked across the street and untook off the paper, and it just hopped out and just stood there like a traumatized little child wondering what just happened.
Yo.
And I'm really proud of myself for not killing the mouse and for letting it out. Yeah, nice. I freaked out. Yeah. And now every day I'm constantly worried that there's going to be another mouse, or that somehow that was the mom and its children are underneath my closet door. Haven't seen any mouses so far. So
nice. Yeah.
So until next time on The Mouse in the House.
Real quick, though, I do need to just take issue with something Steve said. He said that would be a dex check to kill that mouse. It depends on what kind of weapons you're proficient in, whether it would be a dex check or a strength check. But Steve, depending on your character and the RP and what GM you have, there still might be a constitution check in there, Steve. So
for sure. Okay. I was worried about the diseases that come along.
That's
with
definitely coming.
Wild animals.
I just want to say,
thrown up, but
I really wish that you had like CCTV inside of your apartment, so we could have just seen this whole
for his own reasons as well as.
Justin, can you just install that, please? Thank you.
I can. I do have some cameras I could put up. I think I'm honestly pretty proud of myself. I think I kept it together for what was both a harrowing experience for myself and this tiny little mouse. I'm not great with insects and bugs, so
I respect the amount.
So therefore, not mice as well.
Or small.
I respect the amount of compassion that you've portrayed to this mouse in the story that you've told.
I honestly, I don't know how it happened. I think it just found its way into my apartment somehow. I don't think it intended to. I think it just showed up. I'm waiting for the day when a wizened old woman knocks on my door and says, "That was me. I was the mouse. Here's a present." And then
here's a rose.
Here's a rose.
All right, listeners, tell us what you think that present will be in the Twitch chat or in Discord if you want it to have permanent.
Yeah, whichever it be.
Yeah.
All right, so I've been cooking. I have my answer.
Okay.
$5.
Yeah. Really? Really?
The bar is so low.
All right. Let's wait till 2 weeks when Danny shows up with a tattoo of my own face on his face.
Oh my god.
Really? $5, Danny?
No.
Okay,
Actually,
right.
probably like you'd probably have to fix my car.
Oh.
Like pay for
What's
my
wrong
car
with
to get fixed. Then I'll do it.
Oh, okay.
Everything is wrong.
Everything. Yeah.
Okay. Can I just buy you a new car?
Danny's car just has
Yeah.
problems.
If you buy me a
that
new
works.
car, I'll definitely get a tattoo of you. I'll get 2 tattoos of your face on my face.
Layered in. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm tracking.
Yeah. I think it's like a lot of money. Like a lot. Also, to be clear, are we talking like a miniature of your face, like on my cheek?
No. Like
your facial
my
details
face over your face.
It's an overlay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I thought so. I just want to make sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know.
like
I
a
appreciate
lot
the
of money.
clarifying question.
Like so much money.
Would I have to convince Sky to let me do that too?
No. You know, we have a very strict, our bodies are our body policy.
I love that. I appreciate that.
But I don't think she'd be happy about it. I mean,
Sure. For sure.
It's a little goofy. I don't know if I'd be happy about it, but if we got a lot of money for it, I mean, it's fair. Or, flip side, if this show really takes off, maybe I'll just do it in celebration. You never know.
Hey, listeners, share
Patron
this with all your
goal.
friends. Let's get 1 million downloads by the end of next year, and Nick will get a tattoo of my face over his face.
Okay,
Go
I
to
will get a
get it
tattoo of
approved.
Justin's face. How about that?
All
By
right,
Nick.
okay.
That is
A
an
million-
actual promise.
1 million downloads, and Nick will get a
Million-
tattoo of
I will
me.
get
Say
a tattoo of Justin
unique
on my
downloads
body.
because there's ways to game that system that
that's
the
true.
show has
Yeah.
not
That's-
taken off, but
don't
Nick
tell him.
still has to get that.
No, I'm not getting
Don't
cheated,
tell.
okay?
Don't tell. No.
I'm getting a man's face on my body.
legitimate legitimate like listeners.
Yep. Let's
There
do
we go.
it.
That's our new Patreon goal.
Yeah.
I don't know what
It's
the
crazy.
total is or
It's
whatever.
crazy how much the caveat where it has to be on your face just adds so much.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
if it was just your face
because
on
if
my
it
body,
was-
I'd do it for basically free.
Yeah, if it was just a tattoo of Justin's face, I would probably make Justin pay for it, but I'd do it.
Sure, for sure.
No problem. Whatever. On
Yeah.
my face, I think you not only would you have to pay for it, but I would need you to give me like whatever money I'm going to lose because I no longer have a job
And
or
never
no
will.
longer able to find legitimate work.
For sure.
So there'd have to be, we would pay for the tattoo and a monthly stipend to meet my family's material needs, basically.
I just think there needs to be an added demand on the person who bears this amazing tattoo, which is that anytime someone asks them, like, hey, what's your tattoo about? You just have to respond like, wait, you don't know who Justin Nita is? And you just have to act like that's crazy.
Treat them like they're the weird one for asking me that question.
Why don't you have
What are you
Justin Nita
living
on
under
your
a rock?
face?
What's wrong with you?
You know, I think there's also like a version of this question where if I didn't have to get your face superimposed on my face, but I still had to get your face on my face somehow, so I could like do like a little Justin face teardrop or something like that.
That's
like
kind
a
of
little
fun.
bit
That's
more
kind of
likely
fun.
to do it.
That's kind of fun. I like that.
I have not killed anyone though, that I will admit.
Sure, for sure.
So there's
So we're gonna have to kill somebody first. Oh,
it's
Justin
it's more of a threat.
Four of us have to conspire to murder.
We all
I
get
love
it.
I love it. That's great.
Justin need to live forever in our tears.
In our tears. I like that. I think we should also propose that to gangs going forward. That not only do you get the teardrop, but it's got to be a teardrop of the person you kill.
It's got to be a direct admission of guilt.
I love that.
Like
That's
just
very
instantaneous.
That's funny.
If Justin were able to work out a way, I won't assign a monetary value to this, but it is there indirectly. If he were to find a way to just totally spare me the need to work for the rest of my life, I would overlay his face on my face. I'd be like, I can definitely still enjoy the rest of my life with Justin's face and my face merged. So
for sure. Steve and I basically have the same condition.
Yeah, I think it's also Nick's condition. So make the podcast happen.
It's not that different,
And the three idiots are gonna get a tattoo of my face over their face.
I would argue, Justin, as much fun as this is, there's still work required on our end to make the podcast continue to take off and be a success.
Yeah,
you've got to be able to meet our needs independent of the show.
Right. Oh, okay. All right.
You will change my diaper.
But also, I'm serious about the Justin need a face tattoo, not on my face.
I love that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna reiterate. Justin, let's buy me dinner. I'll do it.
Oh, okay. Come to Chicago. I'll buy you dinner.
No.
Just order DoorDash to his part.
No. Honestly, just order DoorDash to my house. I'll do it.
Yeah, that's why I was like, $5 is enough to get DoorDash, Danny.
I think I was just driving the car and that question popped into my head. I don't think it was related to anything I wasn't thinking about. It just like popped into my head. I was like, I wonder what it would take to convince someone to get a tattoo of my face over their face. And I was like, I'm gonna ask my good friends in Justifier Media that question.
Varying amounts of monetary payment, basically.
And I appreciate that Danny's wasn't really monetary. Danny's just like
little to nothing.
Just like do something for me. Do something nice for me.
Technically,
I just want you to do everything for me.
Wonderful. Well, last episode we finished the job where the Dyrinek Gang had hired you to smuggle some weapons and EMP grenades past a planetary blockade on the planet of Mem. You did it. You got past the blockade. You crash landed near the space station, the spaceport. Eventually got the weapons there, dropped them off. A very harrowing escape off of the planet, though, as the cops were chasing you. I believe both Carlton Graves and Havocplex have a trauma. Very harrowing stuff. Very fun job, and was great. Helped me kind of readjust what I think of as a job, right? Because there were a lot of different things that went into making that job happen. And I think that's a good thing rather than just like, here's the one obstacle you have to. So great. Very good stuff. But that means that we are jumping into this episode with downtime. And I like that downtime doesn't necessarily mean boring upkeep stuff. There's a lot of cool like entanglements and downtime activities that we can get into that I think will help expand the story even during these downtime moments. But I think we should start with payoff and upkeep. You got your payoff. 6 cred. That's a decent chunk of change for a very dangerous job. Now, it is time to do the upkeep roll. Or if you, pay upkeep or do upkeep roll if you want to skip it. I think your upkeep is still 1, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
All right. So either pay 1 cred or roll the skip upkeep roll. What are you guys thinking?
I know I damaged
there's a
some
lot of damage
parts.
to the systems. And I gotta fix them anyway, so I'm debating just doing it. Because there's a chance we don't damage the systems if we skip upkeep. A pretty good chance, actually. It's 1 to 3, no damage. 4 to 5, minor damage. And 6, we just destroy the system.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Now, I want to... let me look it up. I'm not entirely sure that upkeep means that it's, like, fixed, right?
No, it has nothing to do with fixing the ship.
Yeah.
I was just saying that we could save a cred, which I could potentially use to buy myself more time to fix the ship.
For sure.
It's just like a gamble because like there's a 50-50 chance I'd do more damage.
That's your
budget.
There's a small chance it does a slight load of damage.
What are you guys thinking?
How are you feeling? Any thoughts? Any input here? You guys just let me choose. I will gamble.
I think Graves would just let Gears do what he thinks he should do with or without the ship. So, yeah.
Havoc definitely wants you to fix the ship so there are more parts that he can damage.
I'm gonna hurt you. Yeah, I'm gonna gamble on this one. So I just roll 1d6.
Let's I'm actually looking at that because let's see.
Minecraft.
Because it says 1 dice for each consecutive time you've skipped paying upkeep. Does that include this time, or does that not include this time?
Oh, I would assume it would.
Yes, it says it right here. Yep, if this is your first, you're at 1 die. So 1 die. And then if you skipped it again next time, it'll be 2 die.
Okay. Lost a lot of money over the weekend at various casinos, so hoping this makes up for a little bit.
Did you run by the deer casinos?
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm not a very good hunter. I didn't spend a lot of time out in the woods.
That's my kind of hunting. I'm going hunting. Blackjack.
I'm so confused.
I should have learned from the amount of money that I lost. I just damaged the ship system. I rolled a 5.
Oh no! What do you want to damage?
That's okay. I gotta fix the systems anyways.
Yeah,
that's fine. Hopefully
what did you damage?
I damaged the engines.
What?
We pulled into port and
barely.
Like right as we pull in, we try to shut them off, and then they just backfire. Like parts come out of the ship.
Yep.
And I'm just like, great. There's more to fix. Let's go.
This is fun too because, well, give us an overview. Like, where are the systems at right now?
Okay. Mechanically, hull is broken. So as much damage as it has pips, it's at 0. Yeah.
Okay.
Same for engines now. I just broke them. And comms are fine.
Okay. Comms are great. Good.
Weapons also don't have any damage, but they also don't have any pips, so they can't take damage.
Sure. What system is the grav drive, the jump drive attached to? Engines, right?
Engines, yes.
Okay.
Which would also be inoperable. What?
Yes, and that's what I was about to say. This is really fun because now you're at this point where, like, if these things don't get fixed, you have to find a job on Warren. You can't get off the planet now until they get
because
fixed.
our hull is completely broken, we also don't get the benefits from the added components in the hull section, which includes our special smuggling compartments, which we've flavored as our stasis pods, and our normal cargo hold. So literally we can't use the ship for anything anyways. Yeah. Which is why I was like, we can take a little damage.
Take a little damage. I love it. Very fun. Very fun. That is payoff. That is upkeep. We've skipped it. It's time for heat.
Oh man.
This is gonna be one. All right. I think standard. I'm caught between contained standard exposure and loud and chaotic high exposure. And
I thought our exit had perfect discretion.
Well,
we peeled away from the cops. What do you mean?
I'm just voicing Graves' opinion.
I understand. We're setting the tone here, right? Like, is just escaping the cops loud and chaotic high exposure? Might be, might not be.
Sure.
Our ship was involved, maybe seen. That's pretty distinctive.
Yeah.
Several crew members were
have
seen.
a fake transponder.
Open gunfire in a public place. It's regulated.
I think I am leaning towards loud and chaotic high exposure.
It was a pretty serious exit.
What system is the MEM planet?
Is in Holt, yes.
Okay. Sorry,
yeah.
I need to add a new role for that.
So that is 4 heat to start with. Let's see. High profile or well-connected targets or public use of artifacts. Nope, I don't think you get any heat for that. Killing of hegemonic citizens. You did do that. So that is another 2 heat in Holt. But you did not damage a hyperspace lane or system gate, so you don't get +3 there.
It could just be me psychologically projecting onto Justin right now, but like it did feel to me like Graves, you did do that. You did kill
100%.
Yeah.
I think that's a conversation that happens among the crew afterwards. Like you shoved that thing down that dude's throat and it killed him instantly.
And so that
Leto conveniently does not mention that he specifically told Graves to kill as many of them as he could.
And to Graves, that was an inconsequential detail, so you're still good.
I kind of like this is I think one of my favorite things about Blades in the Dark, and I like that they've kind of introduced it here in Scum and Villainy. Flavor wise, it's not as potent, I think, as it is in Blades in the Dark, but anytime someone dies during a job, whether or not you did the killing or not, you get +2 heat, and it's intended that way to push you to try and think of other ways to solve things other than just like we murder them.
We kill everybody. Let's go.
So right, exactly. So I like that. So 6 heat altogether in Holt. That's getting you pretty close to a wanted level in Holt.
2 away.
Yeah, that's very close to a wanted level.
Oh, wanted levels are unique in each system.
They are unique in each system.
I
correct.
need to change how my table's laid out.
That's fine. I'm keeping track of it as well too. Yes. It is now time for entanglements. I'm very excited for this. I got my rollable table in Obsidian, so I just hit the dice here and it rolls for me, which is fun.
So you're rolling for Warren, right?
I will roll for Holt because that is where this job took place. Okay. Yep. So I think that's the way I'm going to do it. Is that wherever the job takes place, I'll be rolling off of that wanted table because it's entanglements a lot of times coming from the job that you just had. So thankfully you don't have any wanted levels anywhere, so it's still the wanted 0. But there's always the chance that it can go up to one of the other ones. Danny's gonna like this.
Is it New Friends?
New friends?
New friends. Oh. Danny's gonna like this. I didn't
like any of the sounds that you made.
I don't know if Havoc is gonna like this too much. I rolled Unquiet Black. I rolled Unquiet Black. And there's a really interesting thing about those giant space toads on MEM, which is that they reproduce through saliva excretions.
Of course.
So when their tongue hit the windshields and subsequently all that damage happened to the hull, some of these pods that are in this frog saliva got into the ship. And Havoc, you are you're piloting, and then one day you get up and you kind of stretch your legs a little bit and walk around, and you open a door, and there are like a dozen eggs. They're black, and they've got these like raised edges in these like geometric shapes all around them. It's kind of fuzzy a little bit too. All kind of connected by this tendril. And almost as soon as you open it, one of them starts to crack, and one of these frogs comes out And it is much larger than a regular frog. It's not quite the size at which you saw it, but I'd say it's probably, maybe like Great Dane sized.
Whoa, holy. Okay, I
thought you were going to go for like the size of a hen were.
So Havoc sees that, closes the door, locks it, goes to the rest of the group and goes, all right, quick update. Oh, we all need to kill ourselves and destroy the ship.
What?
No.
Yeah, I'm not too.
So sorry. Yeah. They're frog demons.
Frog
in the next room. Yeah, and we
Then-
all need to.
What?
There's no escaping this.
Did you get into my private stash?
Get into it. I think you took the whole damn thing.
Go and have a look. See if you want.
You have a stash of frogs.
Hey, let's look at it together.
No,
see
Carlton, I'll
what's
explain
going
later.
on.
All
And
right.
we walk over to the door. Gears
Havoc like grabs Carlton's arm like this.
It's like clinging.
Full hug.
And when Havoc left, there was just the one. But now, Gears, when you open the door, there are 12 Great Dane-sized frogs in your ship.
I slam the door.
Yeah, I mean, we could just just cut this part of the ship off, right?
What part of the ship are they in?
What part? I didn't think of anything
Are they
specifically.
in the cargo hold?
No, because that seems much too easy to let you just vent it and be done with it.
That's not what I was thinking.
Can they be in the bathroom?
Yeah, they're in Havoc's bathroom.
12 Great Dane-sized frogs are in Havoc's.
Yeah, Havoc's got a large bathroom.
So Havoc has the biggest bathroom.
With the smallest bedroom.
No,
But this
and it
smallest
doesn't. They can be maybe like spread out right through like rooms. It wasn't all 12 in one room. Maybe there was like a couple, and then
Oh, it's so much
Havoc
worse.
opened another door and found a couple others.
Oh,
It is enough that you either need to acquire the services of an exterminator to destroy or banish, destroy them, or deal with it yourself.
All right. We should probably land on the nearest planet and get this dealt with.
And you land on Warren. And it is time now for our downtime activities. Who wants to go first?
I mean, I can go. I'm definitely indulging my vice.
I think that's a good choice.
Oh yeah.
Well, wait. So, Denny, you're into trauma last round. Doesn't that clear your stress?
Yeah,
it
it
didn't
clears your
say
stress.
anything about stress. Really?
No,
thought-
it does. Yes, because you come back with
It
your stress
does.
cleared.
Oh,
Correct. However,
fine.
However, if you
Oh.
don't indulge your vice, you will take one stress
Oh,
Because of trauma.
because now you have a trauma. Anytime you have a trauma, so now that we've got traumas in play, when you do not indulge your vice during downtime
Oh.
activities, you take stress equal to your trauma.
so that's forever. So if I have 2 trauma, I always have to indulge my vice twice or else suffer consequences?
You just
Oh,
need to
okay.
do it once.
Okay. Okay. It doesn't stack. Okay.
Yep.
Can you get rid of trauma? Or is it
Maybe
there forever?
narratively.
Okay.
It's kinda there.
Therapy. There better be some good therapists out here in this system.
Because my trauma is reckless, I will not indulge my vice.
all right. I like that. So
And
what are you doing instead?
instead? I will indulge my vice.
Wait, what? Okay. So you
No,
are
I
indulging
won't.
your vice.
No.
Okay.
No, I won't indulge my vice. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Will you indulge your
who
vice
has
instead?
who are we thinking is gonna acquire? Are we thinking we're gonna acquire an asset to hire an exterminator?
I'm curious what the mechanical options for taking care of it ourselves are, if there is any support for that. If there isn't, then like fictionally, I mean, Graves would probably get a tub, heat it up, and start cooking frogs.
There absolutely is. It would be a long-term project.
Okay.
Be a long
I mean, I will mention just remind you guys that I can acquire assets for free, or as like I can without losing my
Yeah.
Two
downtime
yeah.
activities. So
Resourceful Leto.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. All right, I'm gonna train.
Okay. All right. What do you put in that little advancement mark in?
I'm putting it in playbook advancement.
I think it has to be an action.
It has to be in action.
Yeah,
Nope.
for an attribute.
Mark 1 XP for an attribute or your
advancement.
playbook.
You're right. There you go. Look at that.
Yeah.
Okay.
mhm.
So that's one. You go back to your. Please don't tell me you go back to Bucky, please, and just play arcade games.
Oh no, this time, Havoc, like basically, like hijacks speeder race just on the streets of Warren.
Oh,
Like he knows where those take place,
yeah.
and he's like, I need to let loose, and so then he just like places himself in an alley that's next to a highway where he knows that some speeders are gonna pass. Like they're like speeder bikes, and he just knocks someone off and just hijacks it, and probably ultimately wins. But they think his name is like Gerald now.
Gerald.
Can it be like a double first name thing, like Gerald Lars? Like, can that be your name?
Gerald, yeah, Gerald Lars.
Gerald Lars.
Gerald Lars of London town. So that's what I'm doing for my first downtime.
What are you doing for your second?
For my second, I am going to indulge my vice. No, yeah, I think I'm gonna indulge my vice.
All right. It doesn't quite really matter what you roll. Well,
yeah. I mean, I could just go away if I roll too big. Right?
If you clear more stress than you had marked, you overindulge. So the question would be, if you have no stress at all and you indulge your vice,
do I overindulge no matter what?
Do you overindulge?
Why are you indulging your vice?
No, I don't think you do, because it says clear stress, and you're not going to be clearing anything.
So I'm indulging my vice so I don't take stress.
So you don't take a stress because he has a trauma.
Sort of the anti-vice use case.
Yeah,
for sure.
Preventative vice indulgence.
Preventative vice indulgence. Is it that same race?
Yeah.
Or do you go back to Yatu and have a convo with him?
It's gonna be gambling. I think it's just a bet on that same race.
For sure. I love it. Wonderful. Who wants to go up next?
Wait, your vice is gambling?
My vice is gambling and obligation.
On races, right?
Betting on races, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Might also bet on those races.
Would you like to segue that, Nick?
Yeah, you want to go and indulge your vice with Havoc?
Well, first, I gotta fix some of the ship here.
You very much do.
Yeah, so baling wire and mech tape. You get an extra downtime activity to repair. Doing so costs you 0 cred.
Dope.
I'm gonna fix the engines that I damaged.
Okay.
I'm now realizing that repair is much more costly than I gave it credit.
Yeah.
And I should not have gambled on that.
I love it. Well, clear the 1 damage from the engines, which is great. Your engines are functioning now.
We do need that.
Can leave, and that's about it.
You can leave Warren. You all might get sucked into the vacuum of space once you leave Warren, but you can leave it.
Yeah. So, given that, I will also spend cred as a second repair action to fix some of the hull damage.
Some of the hull. Okay.
So the hull is now operational.
Yep.
And so
and
the
engines are operational.
And I have one downtime activity left.
Yep.
So I'm gonna, I'm gonna indulge that vice.
Okay.
I will bet in actual cred on the outcome. I want this to be straight up.
Okay.
Because I was given, perhaps, maybe it's not. It was the best idea, but I'm also in charge of keep managing the ship's funds. So I was just given all 6 cred, and I have all 6. So I'm gonna bet a full cred on whatever. I'll just match whatever Havoc's bet is, because I feel like he would know what's going on.
Havoc was just a narrative cred.
Right.
If you
it's like,
I think he means on
the
whatever
cred
ship.
system isn't like where it's like thousands of actual credits, right?
Sure.
Per mechanical cred. So like Havoc makes like a small bet, like with his own personal money.
Exactly.
Gears goes in and is like, here's like, I could buy like a car with this. Here's
for sure.
I'm betting on the same thing.
Who are you betting on? Here's my big question. Are you betting for or against Havoc?
I am betting.
Havoc tells you not to bet on him because he's not. He's like not trying to win this race.
Oh,
I forgot what I said. Did I say I ended up winning
I will.
it?
I'm going for it.
Okay. All right. Now we're getting into some fun.
Your video froze a little bit. It'd be fine.
Roll.
When you know your friend is throwing the match, or at least just blowing off steam, pretending to be someone else whose bike he hijacked. That's at least a useful. It's like a thing in your
trying
favor.
not to win. Shouldn't you try?
No,
to
yeah,
win?
he's. Well, no, he's just he hops on a bike and he starts like ramming into other speeders.
So nice. So I just tell you not to hit one. I'm like, hey, don't take out this guy. And I just put a massive bet on him.
There you go. That's more specific. That's fine.
See, what downtime activities are you planning on doing for Graves?
I'm thinking recover because I have level 2 harm and level 1 harm. And I'm thinking probably indulge vice as a preventative. But what do you think?
Well, I was gonna say, I was gonna ask if you think that Graves would indulge Leto, inviting him to join him for downtime activities. Like,
yeah, he'd be open, but it depends on what it is. If it's
Leto's
like
gonna
come with me
indulge
to a
vice.
black tie formal, he'd be like, no.
He's not
Why
doing
would
that.
you ever?
No, Leto's gonna indulge vice too, but it'll be just hedonistic.
Do you think I'll have opportunity to indulge vice if I join you in that? Or
Your vice is
will it be
stupor,
more?
so as long as you're open to embracing stupor outside of a fight, yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah, we'll have to get creative. But yeah, back to Justin. Yep.
So on that, I will say that when you pick the general vice, you need to drill down on it. So it's not stupor.
Okay.
For anything, for Carlton Graves, it is specifically getting in fights. That is what helps him indulge his vice.
I think we also teased it. Going back to Gears, we teased it at the beginning. It's gambling, but it's also cheating at gambling.
For sure.
So with Havoc apparently had no intention of winning this and is planning on taking out as many other riders as he can while just being a menace.
The one you bet on.
And I tell him which one I bet on, and hopefully that one makes through. That's basically it.
Here is what I need. I need an action from Havoc.
Beautiful.
Because I think here's what is happening. You're not only trying to essentially throw the race, but you're also trying to cover up the fact that somebody bet on you with insider knowledge.
Bet against you, but yeah.
Yeah. What action do you think is going to apply here?
I think I have a pretty good argument for Helm. I'm driving a speeder bike.
Yeah. Again, you tell me the action, I give you the position and effect.
It is Helm.
It is Helm. Then I think you are in a risky position.
I also think that one of my abilities would apply to this, Ace Pilot, because I would argue this is a speed related role. So it would give me potency.
I can see that. And here is what I think the effect is. I think the effect is standard. So here is what this role is going to represent. Not only your ability to like take out these other speeders while you're riding, but also in that performance, prevent anyone from being suspicious that you were doing that on purpose and that Gears' role was insider knowledge. Okay?
Okay, heck yeah. Is that standard effect with my potency I get from Ace Pilot?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Am I rolling?
Yeah, dude.
Beautiful.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
So I'm rolling 2 dice. I'm reckless. I'm gonna push myself.
Well, hey, you're gonna clear some actual stress now, potentially.
True.
Well, no, because I already indulged my vice.
Yeah.
I thought this was you indulging in your vice.
Okay.
So here we go.
Well, I like it because then you have the chance to overindulge.
But I got a bonus.
Clickety clack.
So here's the issue.
What's the issue?
The highest dice I rolled was a 3.
Okay.
Oh, Daniel.
Okay. So
While you think of the consequences of this failure,
Yeah.
Justin, can
I'm
I roll
just
my
trying to-
indulge vice anyways? Because
You
regardless
can.
of whether I win,
yes.
I'm-
I'm just trying to think of the best narrative way to make this happen. Roll your indulge vice, and I will tell you that you win. Your bet is 60, or you don't win the race. I meant like your bet gamble pays off. So turn that 1 cred into 2 creds.
oh,
Why does that worry me more?
Oh, it should.
it should.
It
Because
very
we will
much
pay for it. We will pay for that.
you very much should.
My lowest is a 1, so I roll 1 die. And I got 3. That's 3 free stress. Oh, delicious.
Is this an illegal race, or is this a more legal race?
Oh, most definitely. It's a very illegal race.
Great, perfect, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, we've pissed someone off. That's all 3 of my downtime activities. I got the free one to repair, and I did a paid repair and this. So.
Justin is very
Wonderful.
Delightful.
Who is up next?
I'll go next. So
All right. Before you go.
okay.
Actually, you know what? I'll say this after you go. Please do your downtime.
No,
activities.
please say it before.
You want me to say it before or after?
I insist you say it before.
Okay. All right. I will tell you before. You get a anonymous message on your terminal, Leto Bartok, that has in the headline the name Praxis Thorn. And the body of the message just says, "We know."
I delete it immediately.
Of course you do.
All right. I very nervously go like Graves, like there's like a nervous knock on your door. Would you are you busy? Would you accompany me this evening? Not doing anything you'll find distasteful, I don't think. I'm just I would enjoy company, and the others are gone, so would you mind?
I need to fight.
We will find you a fight, as long as there's a stiff drink wherever that fight is happening.
Fine.
I do need to take care of one thing before I drink myself into a stupor. So let's go take care of that. And I'm going to go acquire assets to get an exterminator for these frogs.
All right.
It would make sense to me to also try to get my recover roll taken care of before I go out and possibly fight. So
for sure. We can
handle that.
Yeah, could we maybe
the two of you?
Yeah.
Go ahead and acquire the asset for me. This is your free action, correct?
Yes.
Perfect.
What do I
roll your crew
roll?
quality, which is 1.
Okay. 6.
Hey, so this is actually a tier 2 exterminator.
Nice.
And so I will say that they get rid of these frogs.
Amazing.
It does mean that, like, you know what? Actually, it does mean that the ship is you can't take off, right? Like they need to like cordon off the ship so that this invasive species doesn't get off and kill it and make sure that there's nothing else going on in the ship. So it kind of means that your ship is grounded for a little bit.
Okay.
But they'll get rid of the frogs.
What did I fix it for?
Yeah, I'm just kind of imagining even like whatever whatever Warren's like equivalent of the Yellow Pages is, Leto just went to alphabetically the first exterminator that shows up on the list. And
it's his name is
close enough.
Aaron.
Wonderful.
Can it please be Aaron?
Yeah, Aaron.
This is what you guys also discover, that this world's equivalent of Yelp, Leto is like a preferred reviewer and has been giving positive and negative reviews to people appropriately for years. And he gives a glowing review for
So
Aaron.
you call Triple Aaron, and he's fixing our ship, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, taking care of a very big problem that's only going to get literally bigger.
It's true.
I will say this. It's at the end of the downtime that the ship will be uncorned off, if you want it to be.
Okay.
I don't feel like being too much of a stickler.
All right, you said you needed to go and see like a doctor or something. Yes, Graves?
Yeah. Justin, Graves is still bruised and bloodied, to use your lovely term, for level 2 harm.
Yeah.
And so I'd like to roll and see if Char is available again.
You certainly can to acquire an asset.
This is the recover roll, and it says that you need to check on essentially how available this person is to help you.
It's a part of the yes.
It's part of recover. Yep.
Okay. Yep. So crew quality -1. So just 2 dice. Take the lower.
Yep. 2d6. The lower is sadly 2.
Is a 2. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see how available and effective the doctor. Okay, it's all a part of the, like, I don't know. I'm not going to be this like, how are they available? No, they're not available. You got to go find another doctor. Unless something happens in the narrative where like this doctor's not available, they're available. But with a 2, you are only going to mark 1 on your healing clock.
Okay.
So if you have any level 1 harms, they're gone.
Awesome. Strained is gone.
Yep. But you have a healing clock. I'm trying to remember exactly how many it is. I think it's 4, 3 or 4,
6, I believe. Right?
6. Oh wow.
Yeah,
okay.
sadly.
So 1 on that healing clock. Once that clock is filled, you lower the that level 2 harm to a level 1 harm.
Okay. Yep.
I'm pretty sure is how it works.
Cool. Healing wounds takes time.
It does. It takes quite a lot of
And
time.
that is very on purpose in this game.
So, and
they did
I'm
the right
assuming now you go to get a drink, fight some people.
Mm-hmm.
Is that an accurate description of what is happening right now?
Yeah. Oh, and I did read, Justin, just to clarify, when your healing clock is filled, remove all harm. If you suffer further harm before you finish healing, reset your healing clock. That's terrible.
Whoa. Okay. All right. Dang.
That's terrible.
All right. Wonderful. Well, I will try not to harm you, I guess.
No, you will, but it's fine.
I most certainly will. All right. Who wants to roll their indulge vice first?
I will. I'll go first.
All right. You're just getting a drink and watching Graves beat up a bunch of people?
Yeah, I'm indulging. So my secondary vice is stupor. And so I'm
getting like blackout drunk.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I gotcha.
This is 6.
Oh, nice. Great. So clear clear 6.
Down to 2. Just so you know, I'm going to be doing this again. So hopefully I don't get to 6.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I hope you overindulge.
I hope you do too. Before you do that, though, give me a little bit about like what Leto when he's drunk.
Yeah.
Like what is he doing? Like, does that change the way he interacts with Graves as Graves is fighting?
Yeah. So I mean, if there's a little bit of time, maybe they're sitting together before Graves' card is up, and so
between bouts,
and so Leto's like drinking away, and Graves, my father used to say, he always said that even
what did he say?
When the petals wilt, the thorn remains, but he never was running for his life. He never had to hide. My father was not a good man. But Graves, can I ask you something, Graves?
Can I? I don't. The thorns. Okay.
Do you like me?
No,
I'm
not interested in romance.
That's not what I mean at all. No.
I had to tell Havoc the same thing when he hugged my arm, which is according practice for the Ronda.
No, Graves,
So don't hug my arm.
I will not. I'm not at all romantically interested in you. But not... No, I'm not. But, is your fight now?
I hope so.
Carlton Graves.
Oh, good. Don't drink too much, Leto.
I will be drinking the whole time you're gone.
Carlton, you get into the ring. Why don't you indulge your vice as well, too?
Oh, I will. And so it's just 1d per lowest attribute rating.
Correct. So again, look at that first column under your 3 attributes. Sum up those dots, whatever has the lowest rating. That's what you're rolling.
Yeah. Okay, so I believe that's under resolve, where I have just 1 pip in command, if I'm reading that correctly.
Then
so
you're just rolling 1 dice, exactly.
Okay. 1d6. 6.
Okay, it's a clear 6 stress. What were you
this
at?
is
How much stress
this is
were
the
you at?
preventative because I took trauma.
Oh, because you... Okay, perfect.
So this
okay.
is just me trying to fend off future stress by smashing stuff or people.
I understand. So you don't start the next job with 1 stress already marked. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. I want to get one last indulge vice from Leto to see what kind of state Carlton Graves comes back to Leto in.
Yeah, all right. I'm hoping for not more than a 2.
It's a gamble. It's a gamble.
Oh no!
I rolled a 3. So
yeah, you're gonna overindulge, my friend.
Yeah. So we can sort out what the overindulging looks like in a set, but I think when Graves kind of finishes the bout, Leto there's like a couple of employees like standing around Leto, and he's like yelling like belligerent. He's like, "Do you know who I am? Who my father is? I am a noble son of the hegemony, and you will regret this. You will regret the day that you messed with Leto Bartok."
As Graves comes into this scene, he just just wordlessly, gently but firmly starts parting the staff members, just with his hands, just like moving them aside,
like a scene.
And then he picks up Leto. Sorry about him. He's very important, so don't listen to him. Beware the thorns. And he just starts trying to walk away and carry Leto out of the problem. But Justin, feel free to narrate any.
No, I mean, I don't know how Leto takes that. I'm sure you're maybe struggling against that, but I think this overindulged decision happens after you leave this place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I think I let Graves pick me up. I let him like carry me out as he yells, "Beware the thorns." Like you might hear, I don't know if it's super audible, but Leto kind of mumbles, "How did you know I was a thorn?" And then like even quieter, "I need to go away for a while, Graves." And then like passes out.
Leto? Oh, fuck. Graves just kind of like tilts you over so that your stomach is pressed against his shoulder while he carries you, and he hopes that the jostling will empty you of some of your excess.
He definitely throws up on your back.
Oh, excellent.
All right. You have a choice to make. So I think what it is narratively is maybe you wake up from your drunken revelry, maybe in your bed on the ship, and you start to have memories of this, and you can't get out of your head the message that you got and the last thing that you remember saying, which was, "How did you know I was a thorn?" to Carlton. So you got to make a decision. You can take a rash action and you can reduce your stash, but I don't think any of you have put any of your cred in stash at all. You can reduce your stash by 4, or if you can't or won't, the crew takes 2 debt. Now, debt can be repaid back at a cost of 2 cred per debt. So this would be 4 cred that you would need to eventually pay back to whatever you decide narratively is why you have this debt. You can do big talk, you can brag about your exploits, and you gain 2 heat here in Rin. Or you vanish for a few weeks and you'll play a different character until Leto Bartok returns.
Yeah, I think in the morning, like the crew finds a note from Leto that just says, "Needed to take care of things, chaps. See you soon." And he's gone.
I love it.
So we're continuing the trend.
No, you don't.
No, we don't. We don't. We're continuing the trend of Johnny's character being the first to leave in this campaign.
And we'll keep it going, guys.
Every campaign, Johnny will
every
leave.
campaign.
That's our promise. That's our promise to you.
For like one job, but
it is.
Yeah,
it could be. It could be one job. Could be a couple. It depends on you and I can talk about what Leto is doing when he leaves. But in the meantime, Johnny, you are going to have to make another crew member, and we can figure out. I imagine it's probably one of those things where one of you has a contact, and you're like, "Well, we need to reach out to so and so, see if they can." Help us in this next job. So we can figure that out. in between episodes, but you're going to create a new crew member, and they're going to have some connection to one of these other PCs.
Yeah, awesome.
This is crazy. We're crazy.
This is so fun. I love this so much. I
already know what
believe that's
playbook I'm gonna do.
amazing. I think that's everybody's downtime activities. Yes.
Yeah.
That covers it for me.
Amazing.
Wish I felt better.
Let's do
Right?
Let's do PC advancement and crew advancement then. Yeah, I'll let you, Leto. You can still do the PC advancement for this job since you were there.
Okay.
Obviously, next job Leto won't get PC advancement.
Right.
So you had your desperate actions. I hope you're keeping track of those.
Yes.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
And this is the collective question, right?
This is a collective question. Some of you can answer yes. Some of you can answer no. It's not a all or nothing. You all have to, or none of you.
I don't think so. For me, like Gears like fix stuff. But like,
Yep.
Didn't really.
Yeah.
He was really busy. Okay, he didn't express much.
Yeah,
I would say
think
yes
so
for
Havoc
Leto.
either.
I don't argue that Havoc did.
Wait, how?
Yeah.
A little bit of that gambling nature, breaking parts of my ship.
Oh
to-
yeah. I mean,
that was
yeah.
pretty. Yeah. I mean I would maybe say that's struggling with your vice or trauma.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
In that regard. I don't know if I'd give you both. So if you can think of something else.
Yeah. I think that does make sense. I think in that sense, Havoc did struggle from his
Yeah.
vice from that.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
But other than that, I can't think of any moment where he expressed any kind of belief, drive, heritage, or background.
That's a good point.
I feel like Graves did in his interaction with the mem.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, that came
For sure.
through.
Absolutely.
And then at a collective level, I feel like the way we exited was just doing what we had to do, but none of us would have felt great about it from like a professional's branding standpoint.
Sure. We'll get to the crew advancement stuff after the PC advancement stuff. So
Cool.
if you marked yes for that, mark an XP for that. And then did you struggle with issues from your vice or trauma? We already said
Does
Havoc
getting
did,
new trauma
for
count?
sure. It does not.
No.
No. But
Okay.
if you play into it on this next job, then
Yeah, that'll
absolutely
work.
it will. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, not during that job. After that job, yes.
Yes.
I
Yep.
put a whole credit on the line. But
Definitely
for me
Havoc
as
gets.
well.
I think Havoc is the one that gets the yes for that for sure.
Yeah.
Gears. Did you address a challenge with technical skill or ingenuity?
several.
Yeah. It
all had to pertain to the ship, so I understand if you want to rule it as just like 1 XP.
I think it's just one because it was I made you roll to fix the ship when we got there too. I take 2. Take 2 XP for that.
Heck
Take 2
yeah.
XP for that.
I appreciate that.
Because I
Justin.
think it was the risk of you trying to keep the ship together as you're trying to get past the blockade, and then it was like, can I get this ship fixed so that we can leave this planet? I think that's 2. I think that's worth 2 XP.
Thank you.
Carlton, did you address a challenge with force or threat?
I did.
Absolutely, absolutely.
One might say excessive force. At least on the first guy.
I think just 1 XP for that though.
Yeah, for sure.
Did Havoc, did you address a challenge with speed or flare?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
A little too much flare. You could turn it down.
No,
Just a little.
So much
I'm
Take that
reckless-
flare
I'm
and move
reckless,
it
baby.
down.
I'm reckless, baby. The flare is going up a step.
I need literally 2 less damage, so 2 notches of flare down. That's
And then Leto, did you address a challenge with deception or influence?
Yeah.
I think you did. Yeah, absolutely.
Look at us.
a good
Look at you
scene.
guys. Yeah. Some good stuff.
Do what we
It's
do.
almost like
you
we're
know?
playing our playbooks. It's crazy.
Look
Did
at us.
anyone get a PC advancement? I know some of you are
The
very
one
close. to
away.
it. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
Two
far because I got
away.
one early.
Okay. All right. Okay. Crew
Does-
advancement.
Does filling
Yes.
up the prowess track with desperate actions contribute to my XP, or is it just separate? It's separate, right?
So it is separate, but if you filled up that prowess, you can add a pip in a prowess action. So you clear those prowess, and then do you want? What did you add to?
Yeah. So my question is, does it? I
Yeah.
kind of want it to make narrative sense. Is it required to
Yeah.
make narrative sense? Like, I feel like I wouldn't acquire a Pippin helm from the experiences we've had. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah.
If you can make it make sense, go for it. I'm not gonna, sometimes it's not gonna be a total stickler. It could also be something that because of what happened, you do something during the downtime that gives you that, training.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just go for 3 scrap, man. Go crazy.
I was wondering about that, and I could see obviously an argument for the more you fight, the better you get at fighting.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
I actually want to put a pip in Skulk.
Oh.
Okay. Tell me why.
I think that Graves has been seeing some of the downside of the smash and dash approach, and over time has been noting some of the success of, like, for example, when we were able to more cleanly pull off an operation and refrain from violence with the Concordian Knights.
Yeah.
So I think he's been paying more attention to how to stealthily navigate situations.
For sure. I really like that a lot. I like that a
Okay.
lot. I think that makes a lot of sense. All right, let's go to crew advancement then. I have a feeling we might advance the crew.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna happen.
We need 1 XP.
Well, then here you go. Did you successfully execute a transport or smuggling operation?
We did indeed.
Yeah, you did. Yes, you did. Look at that. Look at that. All right, let's keep going though. We have that floating, and I'll ask the other questions though. Did you contend with challenges above your current station? I mean, House Malcleath was what I was basing the ships and some of the obstacles off of. Obviously, not the thugs that tried to shake you down, but the ships certainly were tier 3. So, yeah, go ahead and take an XP for that.
Okay.
Did you bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one?
On the one hand, we got through a straight up war zone and delivered something. On the other hand,
for sure,
we almost died. I go either way on that one.
I mean, you make the argument to me.
I think it depends on whether or not those mem have a way of connecting with people in the outside world and communicating our reputation. I think in their minds, we definitely bolstered our reputation, but it doesn't really matter if they are stuck on mem and die there.
For sure.
Which is seeming pretty likely.
It's interesting to say that.
Ooh,
sorry, I'm looking up what
got
happens.
a little tidbit there.
A little tidbit that I'll give you at the end of this crew advancement. I take it. That's fine. Take it. Take the XP for that.
Okay. If you want more, we performed a job for people that we have not really ever performed a job for, and that fundamentally bolsters your reputation.
Yep.
So,
yeah,
there's that too.
Yeah. Go ahead and take that. Did you express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew?
As best I can tell.
Okay. All right.
I think one of our drives is making money, and you're like, 6 cred, hell yeah.
I think
get on that cred.
I guess it depends on how much the actions of a single individual crew member affect that. I think I think there was the scene with Graves and Leto in the Undercity with the mem. And like I think about like Graves just interacting as Graves, but then Leto even like hanging behind and being like, hey, like this is how you need to like target the enemy and like all pursuant to...
I think that whole scene was particularly poignant for sure. I think that, I mean, if you guys like that as being sort of what you're starting to develop your crew around, I think that's really interesting. So if we want to keep hammering at those themes, I'm happy to give you an XP for this.
I'm pretty sure that's the way we're going.
Yeah.
Reading the room, you know? We all have a little something against the hegemony. We'll see what opportunity we have to actually stick a wrench in anything, but yeah.
Everyone does.
Everyone does. We will.
I love it. I love it. So I think you definitely guys get a crew advancement. Now you guys have a choice to make. You can take an additional crew special ability. You can take 2 ship upgrades.
Whoa.
Or you can boost a ship quality up by 1, or your crew up by 1, your crew quality up by 1. Now, with bumping your crew quality up, there is a cred cost to that as well too. So it would be 8 cred to go from crew quality 1 to crew quality 2.
And crew quality, that is how we interact with the different tiers of the factions, right? That's what compares against it?
Yeah, exactly.
So difficult. And how much does that cost again? Sorry, I know you just said
8 cred.
Okay, we can't afford that. Well, we technically can, but no, we can't. So,
but you shouldn't. You have to sell your house.
We'd have no money left over, and we already still have a broken ship.
Yeah.
So we can get 1 quality in something, or
you can
2
boost
separate upgrades,
or 2 ship upgrades, or take an additional ship special ability from the Star Dancer special abilities.
Okay. I'm looking at the sheets. I'm going to give some options, and we can sort of work on this. The 2 ship upgrades sounds real enticing right now, because we could get afterburners on our engines, which means that Havoc can stop breaking my ship to go faster. And we could get a fake transponder, which means it'll be easier. We're less likely to leave behind a bunch of trace when, the cops see our ship leave an area, because we could just have a different transponder signal.
Yeah, but what are dark hyperspace lane maps?
Those sound pretty cool.
Those are pretty cool. The other thing that's ship gear. I don't know if we're able to.
No, that counts.
That's crew upgrades.
That's a ship
upgrades.
That's a ship
crew
upgrade.
/ship upgrades.
That's a Star Dancer specific ship upgrade that you can take.
Oh, I don't have that list in front of me. So that's pretty good. Pretty cool.
I would like.
Then the other side.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was going to also offer that special ability, Cargo Eye, where we just get more cred for doing the delivery jobs we're already doing.
Sure.
Is pretty good. It's pretty good. If you get it early on. The last thing I want to throw out there is a weapon system upgrade. Like 1 pip in weapons would be nice for 2 reasons. We'd have more overall ship health, and we'd actually have weapons, so we could stop rolling poorly for that. So it's basically 3 options. I mean, get some ship. I guess we're still kind of in the air about exactly which ship upgrades we get. We get the special ability Cargo Eye, although I'm sure there's other suggestions, or we upgrade weapons as a system. What do you guys think?
I want to throw the special ability problem solvers into the mix. It's an option for us.
Should you get some Helmrigger scramble?
Each of us gets
That's really good.
May I also remind you all as well too that crew training is an upgrade that you can take, which would mean that when you train, you mark 2 XP instead of 1 XP.
Oh,
I think that could be a good one too. Yeah, I think from what has happened so far, where we are right now, I guess I think that like problem solvers would have been a useful move in our last few jobs, being able to have another pip for any of us in any of those 3 spots. But
Also, I'm looking here. One of the Star Dancer specific upgrades is also Thrill Seekers, which will give us an additional stress box. So we just have more stress to spare.
That costs 3 upgrades to unlock.
Oh, interesting. I thought
So
we
you
can take that
you can
3
mark
times.
you can mark like a clock on it, basically.
Interesting. Okay.
Or you could put 2. You put 2 of those, and then next time you just mark the one and you get it.
Maybe it's not worth it right now. I do like the idea of problem solvers.
And that costs everything. Like if we cash that in, that's our one thing, right?
Yeah.
Special abilities are a one thing.
I mean, it's fun mechanically for what it's worth. I think it's most fun if we upgrade the ship.
Yeah.
And I'm personally leaning towards like the transponder thing. I think that has a lot of fun implications. And if it's possible to combo the transponder with guns, then great.
It is not. We can't add
Okay.
a ship upgrade to a system we don't have any pips in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Nick, are you seeing the Star Dancer specific upgrades now? Because some of those do look interesting.
I had to pull it up separately. I mean,
Alright, heck yeah.
well, I actually haven't pulled it up separately yet, but I'm about to.
Page 124. I like leaving this up to Nick, but are we treating this like a direct democracy?
I think it should be something you guys all come to a conclusion on. I don't think Nick should be the only one that decides.
Well, I mean, I also I want to just keep pushing personally for upgrading us as the crew rather than the ship right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So then, I mean, crew training would be a good thing as well then too, to get in early.
Yeah, we can either.
So we can just start leveling up.
Okay, so I
faster.
think from what I'm hearing, as educator of this vote, I guess, we're kind of on the special abilities track. We're either getting problem solvers or it's not special abilities. Just ship.
No, just special abilities.
Where is crew training? What is that under?
Crew training is
ability.
a crew upgrade.
And sorry, is that different than a ship upgrade?
No, so any 2 upgrades will work.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So we could do crew training
And another upgrade.
and we could get like Faint transponder or
Or the
Or
afterburners.
an alien pet.
the afterburners.
Or an alien pet. You could keep one of the frogs around.
Yeah, do frog dogs.
we do one frog dog. We wouldn't have a cargo hold anymore. It would just be living in there. Problem solvers does sound pretty dang good.
Can we do problem solvers in the transponder? Or no?
No, unfortunately, because problem solvers is
special ability
is a special ability,
Yeah.
so you don't get into that.
Let's take it.
Problem
So, I mean,
solvers would feel
Your
like
argument for problem
all of
solvers,
us-
though, the thing is,
Advancing in like one go.
yeah, but then with your argument, I feel like training is better for the long run.
I don't think that it's off the table just because we
That's-
don't take it this time, though. But like, not a single one of us has ever trained.
Yeah.
Training is easier to access. To Johnny's point, like the training upgrade, it's a crew upgrade, which means we can get 2 things in one go if we pick that
for sure.
Yeah.
the next time we advance.
Get this
And-
now. Just get an extra pip in something.
Immediately, instantaneously.
Immediately. Yep.
Mm.
But I do need you to tell me, like, narratively, like if that's what you guys are choosing, what that looks like narratively.
So it's our ability to helm, rig, or scramble. Sorry,
Each of you can choose to put one in any of those 3.
Yeah.
right. I was just trying to get an idea of all 3 of the different things that we're upgrading and what could tie them all
Yeah.
together. A position. Scramble is to a position or away from danger. Lift, run, climb, jump, or swim, traverse harsh environments. So it's running away, or getting away, or getting through something.
Yeah.
Getting through an obstacle.
Versus rig, which is sort of like fix things, and helm, which is flying the ship.
Can what about if you don't have any ideas? I can think of something.
I was going to give it.
What? Go for it. Yeah.
I think we all get so the lore implication of this ability is that we all get like a little heads up display like eyepieces.
Fun.
So like when you're helming or when you're scrambling, it's like showing you the best path through a terrain or through
I like that.
through like course. When you're fixing stuff, it's like showing you the components and helping you figure stuff out and that kind of thing.
I like that.
I like that a lot. I also, and I think too, this is what I would add to that. I think it comes as a result. You get these because you realized in the last job that like if Havoc goes down and Gears has to pilot, who's going to fix the ship if something happens? So you get these to kind of even
diversify everybody,
diversify what you all can do just in case something like that ever happens again, where maybe Gears goes down or Havoc goes down. Someone else can take their spots and kind of fill in that. Even if they're not as good, it won't be as dangerous as it was before.
I personally did not diversify Havoc. I now have 3 pips in Helm.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Right, but the point is
we're just narratively we're saying that
where
that's
Graves
why
and
it's
Gears
happening.
gonna put it?
It's all
yeah,
right.
well, we'll say Gears like invented it for that specific reason.
Okay.
Put them together for everybody.
Where are you two putting your pips? I'm curious.
I'm going to go scramble. Your lifting, climbing, jumping option.
Rig. I could do 3 rig.
Hello, we talked about diversifying. You're all just like, oh, bump that 2 pips up to 3.
I have 0 pip in all 3 of these, so I'm trying to decide which one to put my first pip in.
Which one to put it in? Yeah.
Like with Leto's story so far, I kind of lean toward scramble, but Helm makes sense. I mean, I've jumped into the co-pilot's chair a couple of times now.
Yeah. You've piloted the ship once, haven't you?
I mean, sort of, just to get out of the way.
Yes, he did, yeah.
Thinking about running away, but just decided to move it out of the way instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I really want that 3rd pip in rig, but I think I'm going to go with Helm for the narrative implication.
Yeah, I think for now I'm going to go with scramble.
Okay. All right. I love it. I love it.
Nice.
Very good. Very good. All right. There's one last thing that we need to introduce, which is that we have already kind of intimated that a faction has filled the clock with that email to Leto. But Leto has bounced. And so there is one other faction that has filled their clock. It is an old enemy of yours. Graves, you get a call. And the caller ID says 160.
I love that. Okay. Yes, Tali, yes.
Yes, Tali, Graves, and we need help. They're here in Mem. They followed you here. They're arresting us. Wait, sorry, I have to go.
You there?
You hear
he doesn't hang up.
There's like background noise, right? Like you can hear in the background that like a door bursts down, and you hear Isotropa Max Secure, down on the ground, and boots clomping, and then clomping on the phone.
Clomping.
So this is just me thinking out loud as a player, Justin, because I'm slow on the draw with piecing this together.
Yeah.
160.
Yes.
Indicated to me a Ramdin. Specifically the scientist.
Yes, there's a scientist you met on the
This is the scientist that I met and did not like.
Yes.
But it turns out now, based on what he said, that he is on Mem, where we just deposited
He told
the
you
Mimish.
he told you that his laboratory was on Mem.
That's right.
Mhm.
Yes. And so he was just pleading for help.
He has told you that the isotropic you now know that Isotropa Max Secure has come and has started arresting Mem and other Xenos on that planet.
Yeah, which I can
to Isotropa Max Secure.
I can only assume that there's overlap with who we just helped and this guy, which I hate because I do not like him individually. But not enough to just let them all die. Because Xeno pride. All right.
Xeno pride. And it is with that we are entering a free play. So you can go to your contacts. You can generate some jobs. You can maybe this job is how we introduce the new crew
I was
member.
going to ask, like, do we want to do the character creation like on air or off air? Because I have enough of an idea that if you wanted to do it now, I'm ready to run. But
okay, let's do it.
Oh, look at him.
Let's do it.
Speedy Johnny.
I try.
What playbook?
The Mystic.
Yes.
We have not touched any of this stuff in like a month.
I'm so excited. We're gonna end up liking this character so much more than Leto.
This is what I would pick if I was playing. I would have picked the Mystic to begin with. I love it so much. Who is this Mystic? What's their background? What's their heritage?
Yeah, so background. I'm trying to like avoid going entirely opposite of Leto. But I think cult background and wanderer heritage.
A wanderer. Okay. I like that. Who are they? Like what what's their story?
Yeah, so
what's their name and what's their story?
So his name is Thetis. And I have not come up with a last name, but first name is Thetis.
Okay.
Smith.
Thetis Smith. Yeah.
Perfect.
That's it. Thetis Smith.
Heck yeah. Thetis.
Begrudgingly, I accept this improv reality.
Smithetus.
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 No.
I think I'll put my foot down on that one.
Thank you, GM.
Wonderful. Let's see. So you get the way.
Mm-hmm.
You can spend a gambit instead of paying any stress cost. That is very cool. And what is the other special ability you're taking?
Yeah. Let me double check here. So I am going to take. Oof, it's a little hard to decide between. I thought I had a clear idea. I think I'm going to though do kinetics.
Kinetics. Okay. You can push yourself to do one of the following. Use the way to throw a table-sized object with dangerous force or propel yourself briefly with superhuman strength. That is very cool. Superhuman speed, sorry. Very dope. Very cool. This is so fun because now we're getting into Johnny. You're going to, this character is going to help us define like what the way is, like how these abilities work and what this sort of looks like in universe. Let's do this too. Your starting actions, you have +2 in attune, you have 1 in scramble. You get to add 1 from your background, 1 from your heritage.
Yes. I'm going to do for my heritage, which is wanderer. I will do 1 in. I think. Do you think scramble or skulk makes more sense with that heritage?
I think either one.
I think I will do
sense.
scramble.
Okay. I like it a lot.
And then with background, I would do study.
Okay. And then we need a friend and a rival.
Yes. So friend will be Horrocks, former teacher.
Okay.
Horcrux, yeah. Harry Potter.
Horcrux Smith.
Horcrux.
It's his dad.
I think that my enemy is Blish, a fellow mystic walking in a wildly
Blish.
different path or a different set of
Blish
beliefs.
Smith.
Stop it, Danny. Enough.
Thetis, I
Quiet.
will come up with a last name that's not Smith, just so you know, but I just don't have one written up.
Okay. All right. Placeholder is Thetis Smith.
Osmosis Jones.
Are we?
We
do
can
we
do better.
We can do much better than that. Do we like you being somebody that has had contact with the Montresor before?
I was thinking. So the
What are you thinking?
The Dyrinek, are they all Xenos?
They are. They're a Xeno game. That doesn't mean that they won't accept humans.
No,
that are,
sure.
That are down for
I'm thinking that
cause,
he's a Xeno.
But
I think he's a
Oh,
Xeno.
okay.
I think that he is not a member of the Dyrinek, but has had dealings with the Dyrinek because of being a Xeno. And I
Okay.
think maybe they make it a
Okay.
little bit easier to like travel between systems for certain Xenos and stuff. And so
okay.
he's just worked with them when needed. And so maybe he knows Graves from having done stuff with the Dyrinek before.
Sure.
What kind
do
of
you think
Xeno is he?
they're a men?
No. I think that he is
Okay.
something entirely different. I don't.
Something entirely different.
Yeah,
that we will-
I'm imagining something that looks not
Smiths.
terribly dissimilar from like a Mind Flayer. But
Okay.
ooh,
All right.
Yeah.
I take it. Like a squiddy tentacle. That makes sense. There's probably like squid creatures as well too on
yeah,
On
I guess he
Mem?
could be from Mem, but he's not Memish or in the
Memish. I getcha. Yeah.
Hmm.
I like it. All right, you and I can work on some
Mhm.
Xeno abilities. We now have 3 Xenos.
This is crazy. We're
I
crazy.
think this is crazy. this is insane.
We have 3 Xenos. What do you mean?
Well, just
3
existing,
Xeno,
not in the
3
party.
Xeno.
We've established 3 Xenos.
species.
Yeah.
Yes. And I think
Yes.
somewhere around this number is where we should cap it. Maybe one more.
Cool.
I like it though. So you have been put on to the crew of the Montresor from the Dyrinek Gang and knowing Graves. Why do you reach out to them?
Well, I think Graves just got the job, right?
Could
Well,
be a job.
sort of
Could also
job.
go to other contacts.
I think we'd all be
Yeah,
down to do that.
No, that aligns really
Maybe
well.
I was
that's
gonna say,
the-
like, I don't. Depending
Yeah.
on what
Sure.
the job, I think maybe regardless of what the job is, he just appears like there's a knock at the ship door.
Did someone actually knock on the door? There's a
Ew.
There's
Some
a-
people do knock, Gears. And Graves goes to
What?
answer it like an old fashioned man.
This is strange.
there's a
Yeah.
ship.
You
Whatever.
you open the door and you see this familiar figure who's probably almost as tall as you, not quite, but like they're quite tall, almost as tall as
Okay.
you. You know, tentacle face, like a deep blue hue to his skin, and he like touches his chest with one fist and like bows to you. And Carlton Graves, it is a pleasure to see you again.
Thetis.
I sensed that our brothers on Mem need our assistance, and I believe the Way wants me to join you in helping them.
We're down a crew member. Come inside.
Gears leans over to Havoc. What the hell is that?
Oh no. The Xenos are outnumbering us.
I believe our numbers are even.
Graves
don't make
kind of
it weird.
squints and looks at the two of you and the two of us.
How tall are Havoc and
Don't make
Gears?
it
Are
weird.
like both of us just like towering over the two of you?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Gears is short.
Yeah.
He's like
Yeah.
5 foot. I don't know about
Yeah.
Havoc.
Havoc is the exact same height as Robert Downey Jr.
Okay.
Which I imagine
Very,
is
very
5'3".
helpful. Thank you.
5
I think it's
4?
Yeah, I think it's 5'4".
But your hair makes you taller, right, Havoc? Because you
No,
have
I'm
like just
taller
like
than Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, Havoc is the exact same height as Robert Downey
That
Jr.
doesn't
like
seem-
right now.
You take that
so
home.
if
You
Robert
take that
Downey
home,
Jr.
Justin.
That
shrinks,
doesn't seem
then
right.
Havoc also
That's
shrinks.
incredible.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you guys notice that Thetis, like as he walks, like he's definitely like touching the ground, but he glides almost as if he's not. Like his movements are very, very, very fluid and smooth.
Gears stands up. Hello, I'm Gears. Nice to meet you. Like holds out a hand.
Thetis takes it, and then like bows as he takes your hand. It's a pleasure. I am Thetis.
Nice to meet you.
Thetis
also
had
bows
dealings with the
awkwardly.
Dyrinek Gang.
Yes,
Oh, yeah, we just did a job. For,
yes. Well, not for me. I am not a member of
Well,
the
you're
Dyrinek,
not.
but
Oh,
I do appreciate the service that you rendered to them in their time of need.
we're about to render them some more service, I think.
Yes.
It's crazy that you came at the time that you did.
Though
Yeah, Graves disclosed what he heard on the call with the crew. Yep.
the way moves and we follow.
Oh, the way.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
Havoc-
talks about
Havoc
that a
will-
lot, but it didn't get in the way last time.
Ah,
Good one. Good one,
Havoc
guys.
will come up.
This
and
was
offer his
not a
hand,
joke. I do not understand why you are laughing.
Don't worry about it, Graves. What Havoc? What were
Yeah.
you saying?
Sorry, Havoc will come up and offer his hand and say, "There's Havoc Plex. Pleasure to meet you. This is my baby. His project." Points to Gears. So
Taking the ship?
you're coming with us.
If that is all right.
First of all, this is my baby. You damage our. If this is our child, you are an abusive parent. Just to be
It's in the
clear.
Paskies. Be professionals about it. Yeah, it's fine with me. You look cool.
Can you do the freaky magic stuff?
I kind of just like I just kind of sensing that this is what you want. I like just my bags kind of just lift off the ground behind me, and then
Whoa!
Oh my god, that's so cool.
Wow.
Yeah, this would have come up, I think, but like, do I have a sense of
Yeah.
the limits of what you can lift?
I mean
Thetis?
probably.
Have I ever seen
Probably.
when you're in
Yeah,
action?
yeah, I think so. I think you would have.
Okay. Yeah. He can lift a lot more than that.
Well,
Wow.
not
I
that
can't.
much more, but
Anyways,
I cannot.
Havoc leans over to Gears.
Oh, good.
Sorry. Havoc leans over to Gears and goes, "The first thing that comes to mind is how he's in bed."
It is a natural thought.
Gears just looks at you, just
Like
like
Thetis
what?
seems to like have heard like supernaturally good hearing. He goes, it is a perfectly natural thought. Then perhaps if
Oh my
We-
god, he heard me.
find
That's-
we enjoy one another's company.
This is the
All
face
right,
Havoc's
well.
making right now, just jaw dropped.
Like, like the camera flashes to both Gears and Havoc, who are still next to each other, and both of their jaws are dropped. But Gears is just the first to recover. Oh, all right. Well, Mr. Thetis, you can. There's a room on that's the third on the left down the hall that you can put your stuff in. It's great to have you. I'm sure it'll be a help trying to get to Mem because that went so well the last time.
Thank you for your warm welcome.
So your plan is to go to Mem first, find out some more information.
Well, yeah. So like we just have no.
You
Do
know
we
that
know for sure that he was taken?
you know that they were taken by Isotropa Max Secure, and there's only one place that people that are taken by Isotropa Max Secure go, and that's Isotropa Max Secure.
Do we get the sense that we could catch them on the way there?
Ah, that sounds like we are starting to get into the plan of the job.
A little
We're cooking.
ambush.
I think it is time. We've chosen the job. It is time to choose our plan.
I love that idea, Nick.
Assault, deception, infiltration, mystic, social, and transport. What are you thinking?
Assault and infiltration definitely stand out if like an ambush is what we're planning.
Mm-hmm. I lean infiltration, given the firepower we'll be up against with a secure transport ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, that's how I'm framing it in my head, is like, we're trying to get in and out, not necessarily get into
We're not
combat.
trying to take down the ship.
Yeah.
If I want the course to be infiltration, but like
Mm-hmm.
I want it to kind of be mystic because we got this guy now. You know, he's doing mystic stuff. And like it'd be cool if like a way to infiltrate is to like move the ship using mystic powers so that, you know, there's no engine signature or something. And I don't know if that means that it's a mystic plan or an infiltration plan. I just wanted to throw
so
that
that
out.
leads
Right.
us
Is that a
to a
mystic
next
plan or a mystic
question.
move within a non-mystic plan? Like, how does this?
So
that leads us to
it
the
is-
next big question, though.
Yeah.
Is the ship bigger than a table?
Is the ship bigger than a table? So I want
It's a
to.
vacuum so you can
I
move
would
it even
like-
slowly.
I would like to do one thing first before you
Okay.
decide, which is great. Now that we've introduced Thetis, the way and like mystic things are never cut off from any of you. Every creature in this system, in the universe, has a small connection to the way. It's just that Thetis has tapped into that connection a little bit more and has learned to utilize it. So even when Thetis leaves, you can always choose a mystic plan. You can always do the attune action to do something. Just because you guys aren't necessarily mystics doesn't mean you can't attune, doesn't mean you can't choose a mystic plan. You just got to provide me the right detail.
Mm-hmm.
If you chose mystic, the detail is what is that arcane power that you use to accomplish this?
Nukes.
I don't.
I'm pretty sure that's not what we're doing.
Yeah.
And this gets
that's
sort of
like-
into a question of Thetis capacity.
And it doesn't have to be Thetis is the one doing everything,
Right.
if that makes sense.
Yeah. I guess my head's
You-
just not fresh enough in like what our options are with Mystic Plan then. You know what I mean?
You can the way is all around us.
So let's go with infiltration plan. But I
Yeah.
like that opening for the
Yeah.
infiltration. Because I think it introduces our crew to potentially having a mystic plan in the future.
In the future. Yeah.
In the
I think
future.
we all I
love
think our characters need some more exposure to the way
for
to
sure.
get to a point where they're like leaning into it. Yeah.
For sure. So if infiltration is the plan, I need the point of infiltration. How are you going to infiltrate this ship unseen and get out unseen?
Yeah, I think we're gonna run not just like silent, like debt, like we won't even have like environment. We'll have like spacesuits, so our ship is just gonna be completely dead, derelict. Just on a general course with theirs, and oh, okay, this is how it works. Because obviously you can't move the whole ship easily, right? We're gonna be on the outside of our ship. For all intents and purposes, it's gonna seem like a derelict. They might check it out, they might not. Doesn't really matter.
Okay.
We're gonna jump off our ship, and Thetis is going to guide us using the way
Oh, I love it.
to the surface of their ship.
Well, it could be that. It could just be that you do the trajectory thing, right? Maybe we'll
Yeah,
get to
either.
that when we get to the engagement. We'll see.
He might need
the
to say that.
position.
We'll see what happens.
For sure.
I love this because it's like a train heist.
It's very fun. You are pretending to be a derelict ship that just kind of passes by, and then you're going to jump off of your ship, land on their ship, and infiltrate the spaceship that way.
I love that our
it.
ship is beat up enough to pass for garbage.
I just want to say that it's barely running.
It's the perfect plane right now. And in fact, I might give you a die for that, potentially.
Nice.
Ooh. Good work, Nick.
We'll see. Let's do 2 item loadouts. What are you all taking for item loadouts?
I'm gonna lean into this, y'all. After the last fight and not really being able to carry it through to the end and needing Leto to help Graves out of that situation, Graves is carrying weapons in his loadout this time.
Okay.
And I will go heavy load.
Okay.
Nice. I'm going normal.
I think Gears is really gonna lean into going light. We're gonna do just a light load.
Yeah, normal
right.
for theater.
Just enough stuff.
Okay. Normal for thetas. Okay. All right. What was that, Danny?
Was I saying something?
Oh, I thought you said my name. Reset your gambits to 2. Reset your armor if you marked it off last time. And it is now that we will start building the engagement roll.
The entire time we're planning this, Havoc is like, we're going to get paid, right?
That might be something you gotta... Maybe once you successfully save these people and bring them back to the Dyrineks, maybe that's when you...
There will be someone on this ship worth money. How about that?
Oh, all right, that's good enough.
All right. I'm going to give you a die for sheer luck. You are going to get a die for a major advantage. I am going to give you a die because your ship looks beat up. It is barely working as it is.
I don't know how to feel about this.
Yeah, well, at the moment, you should feel good.
Yeah, feel good
it's
about it.
nice.
Later, we can feel real
My
bad.
ship is broken.
Yeah. Is the operation
definitely not
particularly
appropriate,
bold or daring, or is the operation overly complex or contingent on many factors?
Bold and daring.
I think it's more daring.
Just going for a swim in the black.
I will give you a die for bold and daring.
Hell
Yes.
Leto wouldn't do this. Let's just say that.
For sure. Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability to the target or hit them where they're weakest? It does not. I do think that they are particularly strong against this sort of thing. They are prison people. They're used to keeping an eye on prisoners. So trying to break into their ship, they're prison people. Trying to break into their ship and steal them from within their ship is something that they're maybe not like specifically prepared for, but they're keeping an eye out for that.
I mean, like
they are
know just like we do.
Keeping track of prisoners, so it is going to be hard to try and sneak them out. Exactly. This is also the first one too. One of the questions is this question, right? Like, does it hit them where they're weakest, or are they strong against this approach? This is the first one that has seemed clear to me. I've always had trouble, like, oh, what are they weak against? But this one seems like no, they would definitely be like that would be hard to do. Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation, or do you have any enemies or rivals interfering in this operation?
Is that usually your call, Justin, or is that something we speak to? You know,
I would say your friend. You know, you can let me know if you think there's something that they can help with. I would imagine the rival is something I would probably. And I'm looking.
Yeah, rivals more in your pocket, friends more in ours.
No.
I know I've already tried to get Slice in a couple of times. But this time I actually have an idea of how could we like meet up with Slice and he actually comes along and like helps us cut into the ship without like literally slice into the like get inside.
Slice into the ship.
Because
Can he live up to his name?
Yeah, he's used to salvage and
for
that
sure
kind of stuff.
I like that a lot. I'll tell you. Well, let's just play it out a little bit. Let's play that out a little bit. I'm gonna note that I have 2 dice already for this job. Engagement roll, 2 dice. Cool. You go to well, what do you say? What do you say to the crew? Do you say anything, or you just like start driving the ship to go to Slice?
Oh, I'll let everybody like. My cousin. I just completely. Give me a second.
Slice.
I know it. His name is Slash. My cousin. His name is Slash. He runs a junkyard. He's pretty used to, getting into derelict ships, and maybe ships that aren't so derelict. So, I think he'd be helpful on this job if we could just swing around and pick him up. I think he'd be very down to help us out. Any objections or?
Let's do it.
You get onto the ship and you fly to Slice's junkyard. When you get there, it is it's like a floating junkyard. Or Nick, you can tell me. You can feel free to hop in at any point too.
Yeah, so it's a junkyard, but in space. I mean, it is a space station, really.
Yes.
Like first and foremost, with just like like an overworked small auto shop has just so many cars just sitting around it and in it. Yep. It's the same thing. There's ships of varying levels of decay and dismantlement and just like parts just floating around.
Yep.
You see like there are various like bots, like service bots, just kind of keeping everything from like drifting off too far, or like some of them are doing a little bit of work on a ship here or there.
Yeah.
I love that. Just like a patchwork of like some stuff are kind of maybe a magnetic chain linked together. Some stuff is just kind of like, I don't know.
There is one thing that is different than the last time you came here, Gears, which is amongst all the like just sort of standard service bots, there is an Urbot.
Oh.
It looks pretty humanoid. It is currently like working on a ship and taking things apart.
Slice is moving up in the world. Good lord. And yeah, we'll like hail them like, and hey everybody, I'm home. Just here to pick up Slash.
And so the rest of your family is here too?
They may or may not be. They pick up jobs and stuff. Whoever's home
for sure
is my family.
So I want to clarify one thing, which is when we talked about Slice last, Nick had said that he learned Braille from Slice.
Yes,
is that right?
From Slice. Yes, this is incorrect because Slice is deaf.
Yes.
Does not, knows Braille, but it's because, Gears has two cousins. It's Slice.
Okay.
And Slice's little sister, who is not named Dice. And I have completely forgotten his cousin's sister.
His cousin's sister.
Cousin who is Slice's sister.
Slice's little sister. I understand. It's part of the same.
Jeez. She is blind, and so they all know Braille because she knows Braille. That's where that came in.
Yes.
Just to be clear about that.
Yeah.
And that's why it's like Gears knows sign language. Because of Slice. It's all there.
Yes. Slice is deaf. And his little sister is blind. Wonderful. Well, yeah, you send this message, and then you get a message returning saying dock in Bay 2. So you dock, you get out, you see the Urbot kind of working amongst all the other service bots, and
Gears goes right up to it. It's just like looking at it.
Excuse me, do you need something?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to distract you. You're just a new fixture here. I'm Gears. Yes. Slice is my cousin.
Wonderful. Slice has told me to tell people to call me Ratchet.
He would name you Ratchet. Yep. That tracks.
I don't like it too much. I have been working on this space station for 120 days, 37 seconds.
Wow.
You skipped minutes.
I was just going to say.
And hours.
It was 0 minutes. It was 0 hours if we go by hegemonic military time.
Ugh. That's fair.
They're precise. I like them.
Seem to be doing a good job there, Ratchet.
It's the only thing I'm programmed for.
How edible does the
Good.
Urbot look to Graves?
Well, probably like fancy food because it is metal. So you have probably never tasted metal ever in your life. And you might never get the chance again, Graves.
Oh, what does it smell like, Justin?
It smells like freshly baked biscuits coming out of the oven. Slathered
metal
in
way.
butter, in a metal tinge aftertaste.
Very metal
In a
core.
metal way. It comes out of the oven screaming.
Are there any parts of it that look dispensable?
Yeah, there's a joint on his elbow, and there's just like a bit that comes off, and it doesn't look like it's connected to the joint of either of them. It kind of is just there.
Graves starts leaning in slowly and just kind of absentmindedly reaching.
And I like
Sorry,
Gears.
excuse me. What are you?
5 foot tall steps in between and starts like pushing Graves back, which does not move him at all.
Justin.
It smells so good.
Well, this is happening. Is there any piece that looks like I could use my kinetic abilities to remove it without anyone else noticing?
You can certainly try.
Why are you guys hustling my cousin?
Yeah, what the heck is this?
Just hungry.
If you wanted to, I'm gonna need an action for that.
I'll do a skulk.
Okay, I like that. I think it's a risky position, and actually, I'll say it's a controlled position.
Okay.
Because the robot and Slice aren't really expecting you to do this. And we'll say it's a standard effect. You pull a little piece of metal off for Carlton to munch on.
Okay, I got a 6. I got a 1 and a 6.
Okay, great. You do it. While this is happening, Gears is standing between Carlton and Ratchet. Thetis, you break that little bit that I was pointing out to Carlton, and it just floats into Carlton's pocket. No one is the wiser.
Excellent.
Including Carlton
for the moment, yes.
Fine.
All right, okay,
sorry.
let's go. Let's go. Keep it moving. We've bothered the Urbot enough. All right.
I'm just hungry.
Sorry, Ratchet. I'll see you later.
It is a pleasure to meet you. Please tell Slice that I am on track to finish all of the repairs that we need to today.
Oh, wow. I think he's been on track for several years. Sounds good. So yeah, we head inside.
As you leave, you hear him say, "Now, where did that ratchet go? I had it connected to my elbow. Where?" And it wanders off in another direction.
I'm just picturing in my inventory item named Ratchet's Ratchet.
Ratchet's Ratchet. Ratchet's Urbot Ratchet. And you find Slice. He's currently sitting in his office. And when he sees you come in, types on his little pad and it says, "Hey, welcome."
And as Gears speaks, he's signing the entire time. So he's just like, "Hey guys, how's it going? Yeah, you ready to go? You get my message?"
He types back. Yes. I know, absolutely. Seems kind of dangerous. I think I'm gonna need an action to convince him to come with you.
Gears looks him dead in the eye. Then just tears start welling up in his big baby blues. And he goes, "Please, cuz."
Oh my god.
Have we seen this before, Gears?
No, you've never we might have swung by like Slice's place. But never to like have him do anything. It was probably just like drop off scrap or something.
Yeah, say hi or something, yeah.
Yeah, so Gears just immediately goes for like, "Please."
Graves leans in just like discreetly to Thetis. What's happening? Is he
I
sad?
believe he's trying to
He looks
guilt his cousin.
terrible.
That's exactly
Strange custom.
What action do you think this is?
Oh, I was rolling too early. That is a sway.
A sway. I think so. I think it is a controlled action, and I think it is a standard effect. You will convince him to come with you.
Okay. So yeah, I will use the 1 die. 5.
Okay. He thinks for a moment and says, I've got too much to do in the shop. I can give you some tools that'll help you get in, but I can't leave. If I left Ratchet, and he points, and Ratchet is trying to jump and grab a box that has another Ratchet in it and just failing miserably, I will be so far behind. I can provide you some tools. I can't go with you.
All right, that's fine. You don't love me, I get it. All right, I'll take whatever you got. I mean, whatever's helpful.
And
Is it possible to assist, or would that have to have happened already?
I mean, you could always also resist the consequence. You could also. I'm okay with you assisting. Tell me how you assist.
Would assist give us enough mechanically to turn it over?
It would give you another die, so he would still have to roll a 6.
Oh,
I can just roll to resist.
yeah. Roll to
You could roll
resist.
to resist.
I want him. I want slice.
Kidnap slice.
Which one am I doing? Let's resolve or prowess?
Kidnap slice. I think it is probably. Give me 1 second to resist. The
resolve.
resistance roll. I think it is resolve for sure. Yeah. And tell me how
Someone beat him up.
you resist that.
Yeah, that's it. I just it's the little cheesy drop of like cheeky drop of like,
Yeah.
oh, I guess you don't love me anymore. It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, yeah.
And if
I
that's
love
the
it.
best you can do.
I love it. All right, roll resolve and
To give context, Gear is probably pretty obviously a little bit younger than
Okay.
Slice.
Mm-hmm.
Just because they're close to age, but Gears is a little bit younger.
for sure.
Slice is 40. Gears is 39.
Neither of those things are true. I rolled a 5 again. I don't know what that means.
So you're gonna take 1 stress.
Okay.
You're gonna take 1
Yeah,
stress.
that's pretty good.
And there's this pause, and then a laughter coming from his pad. He's like, "Just kidding. Of course I can come."
All right. Good. That's what I wanted to hear. And then we like get going. And like conversationally, Gears is like, "Where'd you get the Urbot?"
Oh, I stole it.
Nice.
Yeah, stole that.
Thetis leans over to
All right, let me.
Thetis leans over to Graves and just kind of whispers, "Have you ever noticed sometimes their familial customs are markedly similar to their mating rituals?"
Humans are very strange and irregular.
Indeed.
I was just gonna say Havoc's probably seen Gears make that face before.
All right, I'm gonna get geared up, and I'll meet you on your ship. And he walks past all of you and meets you on your ship. And
You hear
I
the
think
conversation just kind of like faintly behind y'all, just like them going on, and Graves like pontificating, like, when Ramden wants to mate, it is very obvious.
Thetis just, it's likely because you are always nude.
Well, our genitals are internal, but there are other sides.
Justin is trying
The things we're learning.
I want to get to this engagement roll. I don't want to do it at the start. I want to do it at the end of this episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you've got Slice. So I'm gonna give you a 3rd die for Slice.
all that for a dice.
There is it's the first time we met Slice.
Engagement
We gotta
roll
meet
is
Slice.
freaking important.
We gotta make Slice.
And also,
However-
Slice is cool as hell.
there is a rival interfering with this plan that you do not know about quite yet. So I'm going to take a die away from
Blish? I feel like
this.
it's Blish. I'm so nervous that it's Blish.
Oh man.
It's Blish. Are there any other elements you want to consider? A lower tier. Is the tier high enough that I should give you another die off of that?
Yes.
I think so.
I
So
agree.
we're down to 1 dice. But it's a good thing you did that slice thing, because otherwise you'd be down to 2 and take the lower. So
that's true.
I had promised that I will not roll the engagement roll this time. I believe we have agreed that Johnny is going to roll the engagement roll.
All right.
I want you to roll
Hey,
1
Johnny,
die.
no pressure, but don't roll bad.
It's a 5.
I will be leaving if you roll bad. Oh,
Hey,
It's a 5.
I think that's
I
the
think
highest
so
one we've
too.
had.
that's the highest we've
Guys.
ever rolled for engagement.
Pretty good. That's pretty good. It means you're going to start in a risky position. And that risky position is the risky position that you set up, which is you get your derelict shipped close enough. You see the Isotropa Max Secure, like giant freighter driving past you. They don't see you, but you now have this wide open space of nothing between your ship and their ship. And you got to jump. And we will see what you do next week.
Just for a
Let's
little,
get
black
I'm
back
so excited.
in the black.
This is fun.
Yeah.
This is fun. I am very excited to see. Never once did I think that I thought you would try and bust into Isotropa Max Secure prison. And then when you're like, let's just intercept the ship, I'm like, that's awesome. That's great. Let's do it.
I think
It's
we're
just-
well enough, like, you know, in the lore, in the mechanics of this game,
Yeah.
that we know we would get our asses kicked if we
Yeah.
tried to
Oh, for sure.
fight
For
them.
sure. For
We
sure.
would successfully break
Um,
into Isotropic Max Secure. None of us would ever leave.
And probably stay there. Yeah,
Yeah,
you'd
that would
probably
be-
stay there. One day, maybe eventually we'll bust into the prison and do a prison break. That sounds fun to me.
Let's get some crew quality first. Let's do that.
How about
Yeah,
that crew
yeah.
quality first? Well, we will see you in 2 weeks on Twitch. And this episode is coming out on December 1st. So if you're listening to it, listen to it quickly and then come watch us on Twitch on Sunday.
Yo.
Also, come watch our Avatar Legends campaign as well too.
Oh, yes.
Excuse me, as well too. Steve is doing an incredible job GMing that. It is just starting to just like ramp up, and I love it. And I can't wait to see where these characters go from here.
Danny is there also.
These characters here, and Danny plays as well.
I play a 12-year-old.
You play a 12-year-old. That's not much different than Danny in real life. Danny acts like a 12-year-old.
Whoa.
Occasionally.
Just kidding. Just occasionally. And very soon, in like a week or two, Danny will be running Trophy in the Forge, which I'm very excited for as well too. We got a lot of things going on. Our first official Dustfire Media Christmas party is happening on December 15th. That's going to be a ton of fun as well too. Trying to come up with some holiday fun stuff to do. That is open to all of our patrons. We do patron hangouts every few months. So any patron level is going to get access to that, as well as access to the Forge. So if you're interested in listening to the 2 mini campaigns that we've done previously and any future ones, as well as getting access to these patron hangouts, join us, our Patreon, at any level. Thank you so much for listening to this episode and watching us, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Hasta luego.
Bye.